Tim's Workshop here. Hey, today I'm going to do a video on do-it-yourself boat loader part 2. Modifications I made to this trailer idea. Since I don't have a trailer for this small boat, I made something that'll make it easier to load and unload off the back of my truck. No tabs required for this boat trailer idea I have. So I'll turn the camera around and show you what I've done different from the previous version. Okay, so what it is I got some tires that were off a trailer. I got them for free from my daughter's boyfriend. He had them just laying around in his yard, so I said, hey, you want those things? And he said, no. And then I found out why he didn't want them. One of these things was bent. This one here. So what I did is I put something through the middle of it and bent it back a little bit as best I could. And that way it still wobbles, but for this, it doesn't really matter. I got to put air in it. Okay. I put my Scotty Lake Troll on it just to make sure that it's going to miss this tire when I put the downrigger down in the water, and it clears, so no problem there. So we'll take that off before I go down to the lake. So I'm going to take a run down the lake. So what I did is I put a 2x4, put a couple blocks under it so it fits up flush against the boat. I put some Epocast tape, roofing tape on those pads to pad it up good. I went and got some all thread bolts to go down through the 2x4 and bolt it to the corner of the boat. Beat up the threads so the nut won't come off on both ends. So that should work. And put some cotter. The actual rod itself is a square rod, steel rod. That what I did is I used my angle grinder and round off the edges of all four corners so I could get the tire on. Put some washers on that end and on this end. Drilled a hole through for a cotter pin to keep the tire from falling off. I do have another cap for this. These are rubber tubes inside, so we'll fill it up. We'll take it down to the local lake here, test it out. If anything, it'll have more buoyancy from the air in the tires. You know, I put the battery in, so there's weight in there with myself on there. But it's never been an issue, so we'll test this out. I don't think, you know, for using just a electric motor, I'm not really concerned about the churning on this with the tires in the water. It should be fine. I'll get a little stream runoff, turbulence runoff from the tires, but you know, for trolling, shouldn't be that big a deal. So that's the other cart I used to use that I tied on and take off and put on, take off, and I just wanted something permanent on there so I could push it in the lake, get it out of the lake, load it on the back of the truck, and be ready for the next trip. So hope this helps you. Hey, give me a like, subscribe, and leave comments. Hit that notification bell too. All right, so down to the lake we go. Here we go. All right, so we're just about ready to launch it in there. So we'll see. I'll turn the camera on once I'm out there. Okay, we're out on the lake. This is Lake Serene. So I'll flip the camera around so you can see what it looks like. Houses right next to each other, like most lakes in the city, you know. This is Lake Serene's by north of Edmonds and close to Mukilteo, Washington, way north of Seattle. And as you see over there, there's the boat ramp that we just launched out of. They have gravel right by the launch, which is really cool, and then you get out of ways and it's just nothing but tall weeds or in the lake. A lot of lily pads, so there's probably a lot of perch in this lake. Yep. And we're in the jet path, so we have Alaska Airlines and United Airlines flying over every now and then, which is pretty cool. If I hear one coming, I'll pan the airplane. All right, so there's the 360-degree shot of the lake. I got boats in. I do have a small little leak right there, and it's because I didn't seal up those bolts that used to be the transducer mount. I finally mounted it over on this side over here, so it's not leaking from those two, but all these need seals, so I'm gonna seal them. But all the other work I did on the boat worked pretty good. Yeah, well, there's a leak right there on that rivet, so at least that's what it looks like, or it's just coming from there over to here. We'll see. I'll just seal all these areas up. I'll take all this old seal out of here and just reseal the rivets, because the rest of the boat doesn't leak. It's just back here in this area here. All right, so we'll fix that. Other than that, the wheels work good. Let's get it up to high speed here. And you see a little turbulence over here and over here on this side from the wheels, but for a trolling boat it doesn't make much difference. All right. Wow, I made it down to the other. Oh, I see. I'm going the other direction. I'm going, what the hell? I didn't get down to the other end of the lake that quick. All right. Anyway, so all's good so far with the wheel project. Yeah, it's only like 8 feet deep right here. And you see the all this, it's a lot of weeds. The lake temperature 71.2 Fahrenheit. So all these lakes are about the same temperature this time of year. And in the winter, of course, they cool down, back down around 60, high 50s, around there. Oh, here comes an airplane. That one's United. We have service now for airlines. He's heading to the airport there. Yeah, these people here probably are not too thrilled about it. They're a nice quiet area bombarded with air traffic. but it's not bad. They only got like, I don't know, 10 flights a day between, and then the so 20 between United and Alaska Airlines. It's really actually pretty convenient, since people don't have to go all the way from up north here down to Seattle and fight all that traffic to catch a flight. Now they can just catch a flight from the Everett Payne Field area. So weed. Oh, it's a snail. There it is. There it goes. I don't know how a snail would live in the water. I don't know if that would work all that well. Anyway, I think I might just skip the story and head on back. Well, I was going to show the pulling the boat up into the on the back of the truck with the hoist that I have, but I forgot the harness. I left it at home. So anyway, I have the boat back here at home. So I'm just going to kind of show you here as to my plan on how to do this and why it's going to be easier to do. For one, I had to load this thing uphill from the boat ramp into the back of the truck, and I did it, but that's the whole point of this, is make it so I don't have to do that and make it easier. Okay. Hey, to continue this boat loading do-it-yourself modification, part 2, I did the wheels on the back of the boat. That worked great. Okay, so that part of it works fine out in the water and all that. The loading up onto the truck, I decided to come up with something different on that. Okay, so it works great. So it'll make it so much easier by myself to get the boat and load it in the back of the truck and to unload it as well. So one thing too, I wanted to show that once this thing's up to a certain level, so the bow is off the ground, you could drive it off the boat ramp so you're out of the way, and so you're on level ground, and then put the boat up into the truck after that. Anyway, I just want to add that this roller idea actually is really a good idea for that. If you want to do that on your truck, of course, you know, if you don't have a V-gate, you know, you could take the tailgate off, I guess, and rig up something if, you know, for that. But like I say, if you have two people, you don't even have to do this, you know. But for me, a lot of times when I go during the week, I'm retired, and there's nobody there, you know, so I got to deal this by myself. So everybody else is working. Yep. All right. So you like the video, please subscribe, leave a like, and hit the notification bell to get the latest videos coming out. All right.